Time is of the essence, so I'm blessing every second, and my weapon is my pen, and did the dire needle session, so I give it so much.
My name's Conscious Root. I've been doing youth work now for I think since about 2007, and I started working with Hertfordshire Music Council, but since I've been in Edinburgh I've done a couple of projects with the Citadel, which is who's involved in this project basically.
Citadel's a youth centre in Leith. We've been going over 30 years now, since 1980. It's a big part of the Leith community. We do all sorts. We work with kids from 6 right up to 21, and a big part of what we do is run youth clubs in the evenings that are open to any kids in Leith to join. But we also do more sort of support work during the day as well, with individual kids and small groups of kids who are maybe having problems at school or at home or in the community, or with some of the older young people also help getting a job or getting into courses.
Yeah, my name's Danny Wiedenhof. I'm 19 years old, from Leith, and I actually got put onto this through the Citadel Youth Centre. I've been going there for a couple of years, and they've helped me out a lot. If it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't get most of the opportunities that I get now, and it's helped me a lot. It's helped me to produce myself into a better man, and have some hope for myself in life, yeah. Realise my own potential and hopefully take it to the next level.
Yeah, so basically we got 2 beats courtesy of Sean L for this project, and yeah, they're both dope, they're both grimy. Let's have a look. So this is the first one.
My name's Sean L. I'm producer at MC from a crew called United Front, Parallel University's label. Been probably producing and MCing for about 6 to 7 years now.
Yeah, right. I think the second one's better, but not better, but just better for this project, but it's completely up to you. I don't want to be like, yeah, use that one. Honestly, it's completely up to you. Just, it's got a nice vibe, it's really rolling, this one, and I think it'd be good for stuff that's a bit more topical, you know. So this is what we're doing. What are you feeling and thinking when you hear those beats? Like, what's coming through your head? Like, you know, I know, like, I see that second one, you got really excited. I know you liked the first, you were like, yeah, that's it. But the second one, you were just like, I don't know, the reaction.
That's about what you were saying, but like, that's definitely for the way that we want to go with the project. Like, it's definitely we can take it for that raw, topical kind. We're spitting about something that truly matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that whole tune for the start has just got that vibe. The first one's really good, like.
Yeah.
But
it's more of like the first one's more of a kind of hype track, isn't it? It's like my voice is doing
like an old school hype sort of thing.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. That this beat is the one. And was there anything like, did your mind? Because I know sometimes when I hear a beat, my mind just starts conjuring stuff, and I was wondering if there was anything that was like coming up for you when you hear that beat. Was there any specific words or topics, or was it just?
I don't know, not really. Like,
No,
it just all happens. Sort of like
you're just happy.
Like, I don't know. It was just as soon as the beat came on, mate. Just all these mad flows want to go different places, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you see, you were inspired, but it wasn't anything in particular or something.
It was just pretty much where to start with.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, let's, because I think that is the start of the project is about what are we going to talk about? What is the topic? And approaching that, getting some lyrics started basically. Because I'm looking at it. We can either do. It's up to you, man, how much you want to kind of write and create. We could either do we could either do a verse each with a hook. We can both work on the hook or something like that, or you could do 2 verses and I just do a verse and we have a hook. It's completely up to you, because you think like this might be the only opportunity for a while. You might be able to record and release a proper track. So I want to leave that in your hands. I don't want to say this is what we're going to do. I want to see what you're up for.
Depends how nice you want to be to the industry. If you want to, you can buy like any program if you've got enough money. Like most software costs you a couple of £100. You might be able to get like Fruit Loops or I don't know, like certain like programs like GarageBand that come with your laptop. But yeah, like there's Reason and Ableton and Cubase and Logic, so like pretty much that's all available to you if you have the money, but it's pretty expensive, to be fair.
Which one would you say to a first-time user to start out on?
Well, I started out using Reason and I used that for years, and I wish I never started using Reason. I'd say Ableton is probably the most user-friendly piece of software out there at the moment.
I don't know how you feel about this, but kind of not kind of keeping it about completely one topic, but guiding along the sense of I suppose I'm getting about like anger and what's making me angry in certain situations, maybe kind of in my life, how people are acting around me, and how that's affecting me socially. Like it could be, people close, like within my family, or it could be people, I suppose, just that I'm kind of meeting in my everyday life, and how that's kind of, how these encounters are kind of affecting how I am as a person, or how I act towards them as people. I mean, maybe we could have a look at doing a track, so it gives us a bit of width to talk about a couple of different incidents or things and not be too specific, because I think sometimes when you do these kind of songs where it's got a nice, you want to just be able to flip it instead of it just telling a complete story, how do you feel? Do you think that?
To be honest, the way I was, I was just sitting in the vibes of, and I just kept on thinking about like a lot of turn around, like literally somebody the other day, well, like Scottish people shouldn't rap in that, they just shouldn't. So at the end of the day, who's anybody to say that I can't do nothing just because they really think I am great or anything? You know what I mean? There's nothing holding me back.
So there's something that guy said that you can relate to what I'm trying to explain in this, about he wound you up with
there's just I think there's loads of like I've definitely got a lot of topics in mind there. But it's going to be one of these sort of like I'm going to be going along with the inspirational vibes sort of coming through where all the darkness that I came through still come back to the light, and I can show people exactly how to get to where I am, even if they were in the same darkness as me.
So what is that when you touch on and you say kind of darkness? Is it just kind of
like everybody's had their times in the past where they've just like they've actually no give a f about anything. Like no caring about their family, no caring about the way that they were actually living their life or where they were going to end up. You know what I mean? And
so you kind of went to somewhere.
A lot of people, like when they're in that kind of situation, they just lose hope and then they can't what to do next. But at the end of the day, if you want to be something and you want to do something, then you've got to go out and you've got to do your best and try your hardest to go along the right track as long as you can get to the place that you want to go. And there's nothing that's ever going to stop you. You know what I mean?
So you're quite passionate about life now, but back then you just couldn't.
Definitely, I just used to just been lost there, I was just running with the crowd.
Yeah.
And I used to do some heavy battles when I was younger, man. And I literally couldn't do them just because morally I feel bad.
Yeah.
At the end of the day now, like I've changed to back in the days.
What do you reckon, like for you, like was it, you know, for instance, it's like, did you have good role models to help, you know, your life to be positive, like?
I think it was role models. I never ever really had any role models.
No.
I suppose the one thing that actually, it was the pain that I went through and I had to deal with at the time that made me sit and think to myself,
so it was how you were really feeling about yourself and how you're feeling about the stuff that was happening, what made you really change your direction?
Just the way that life goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all the pain that comes with it, you've got to be, at the end of the day there comes a time where everybody needs to, we're all going to have burdens, but you need to stand up and just take the strain of your burdens and carry on with life and make them as light as you can, you know what I mean? And just grow as strong as you can.
That's not an easy task, man. Like what the stuff that you're talking about, I recognise it through stuff that I've been through myself, and it's not an easy one. So like, fair play for having that kind of way of looking at life, man. Because a lot of people can't, and they get lost, and the path can get. You can go two ways, man, and the path can get darker. Let's write a verse, let's write some verses. Let's do that. We were roughly talking about what angers us. Writing's it's a very personal process, and kind of say as a writer or rapper myself, you kind of go off in a zone. Like for people that don't know about writing hip-hop music and stuff, it's like you get off in your trance and you're in your world and you need to just kind of zone off. So that's why I'm not kind of bugging Danny every 5 minutes to see what he's got, because I just want to let him get into his creative space and get the best of what he can out. It's just something that you need to kind of keep on top of. Styles of writing, I find that there's quite I find there's two types of musician. I think there's the kind of musician that kind of thinks a lot about what they're going to do in a kind of I suppose it's that sense of it's a quite a logical sense. They use it very logical, and they look at what they're saying, and they have they put some pause and thought, and then they'll carry on writing. It's any process of writing music. I've played with musicians and in bands and stuff, and producers and stuff. I think any process of music, it doesn't matter how you get your product, as long as you get what you want, really. I find the two types of writing, I do both, but mainly at the moment I use a very unconscious sense of writing, which is more like, I'm not sure if you've heard about, people talk about the flow of consciousness, which is basically, it's kind of letting yourself go and seeing what comes up from your unconscious mind, and you kind of get your pen on the paper and you let the words drift, and you don't really pause to thought about what you're thinking about. You don't really pause to think about what you're writing about. You just write, and then after that you kind of try and make sense of it. And it's a style of writing I use a lot more nowadays. I find since I've been training, I've been having like counselling, I'm starting to deep further training to be a counsellor. I've already done a certification, and since that I've had more knowledge of other parts of myself that I'm not too aware of, and these parts seem to have a lot of play in my creativity, which it's been really powerful. I think my writing's never been as good as it has now, basically, since the kind of awareness and shifts that I've been having through therapy and being more connected emotionally to myself, especially the emotional side is a heavy part of art and creativity. I really feel that if you can be in touch with your emotional side a lot more. You're going to have a lot more availability to your creative side of writing. That's what I'd say anyway. So. Cool. Are you comfortable to spit a bit of what you've done, and just see where you're at, and then we'll have just a wee roundup of today's session.
I suppose it's not even all sorted there, so
that doesn't matter. It's just like the essence, really, because like this is what my job is as well. Is to here to help you, just like sort of structure and stuff. Obviously not this is your rhyme and your thing, but if there's something that I hear, I can go, okay, or there's a good idea, or that's really dope. Like, yeah, you know. So it's not about the kind of, and that's part of the process, man. I think it's like it's all well seeing a nice polished product at the end, but it's kind of like how do we get there? Yeah. You know, it's sort of.
John Mark's come on.
Yeah, I mean, I was just spitting this, and I'm happy to, but it's not going to be perfect until I get it in the studio. Like it's just natural, man. You know,
This is what makes me raging. The community is breaking, and we've been left with nothing for the taking. And my daddy left me raging, leaving me forsaken. My family was breaking, and he done nothing to save it.
It's already heavy, man. Like, that's what I was talking about, man. Just little bits, and yeah, keep going, man. It's heavy.
People say I can't rap cause I'm Scottish. Rhyming's in our heritage, so how could you ever hate on us? Escape the limitations, cause we got chances to be taken. And no,
that's dope, man. Yeah, but it's still like you're working, that's the process, like, but still just keep working with it, man. Like, it sounds dope, man. Like.
So it's all a back on what is my
You've got bits, and you're just trying to pull, like, how does that, but it's already, the way you're approaching it, I love it. It's really sat back, and it's really you. And the first two already are just killer. You're just like, you're really expressing yourself, you're expressing, you know, the situations, the line about your family, and, you know, what your dad's done. You've hit it on a nutshell. I know throughout this thing that's been in the background, and we haven't looked at it, like, you know, the situation with your dad, and leaving you guys to do what you have to do, man. And it's good for you to be acknowledging it as a person, and also how you're coping with it, how you're dealing with it, man. And this is beautiful, man. So do you wanna? We're pretty much there now, actually. So just carry on down that path, man. It's great. You've got what it is, and it's just you just need to kind of, you know, finish whatever your bars are and round that up, bring it back, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to work with you to make this something, and then we've got this now, so we can record like as we would. I've even got a condenser mic, so we can record a rough take of it. It won't be produced or anything, but we can record the rough take of the whole track before we even record it. So we'll know exactly how you're going to back it and stuff. We've got a lot more scope because I got this the other day. So basically we're set, man. So how's it been for you today?
good, man. I must admit, I was a bit before I even came, I was a bit unsure, obviously I never heard the beats, I didn't know exactly what kind of things I need to be thinking about when we're focused, the kind of things we're focusing on the project, but the things that we're focusing on is ideal,
Yeah. What do you mean by the ideal, and what is it about that that's making you feel kind of happy?
I came for that kind of pain,
Yeah.
and it's now my opportunity to let that out, you know what I mean? kind of it's about time to put it in work, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds deep, man. It sounds like you're really getting a chance to express yourself as a person, as Danny, instead of trying to be like fit in with a crowd. Yeah, that's deep.
Found me walking in a sleepwalk. Problems got handed. Found me drowning in the deep fog. Past life I was branded. Found me walking in a sleepwalk. Problems got handed. Found me drowning in the deep fog. Slept with so many days, tougher like the leather strain, lighter than the feather haze, ground down to figurement, threatened by the village folk, hounded faith to ignorant, made myself an idiot, walking around the houses, never doubted I was obsolete, doing drugs to rob my mind, to feed the habit of the streets, never felt accepted, so road became my family, soul out in the cold, never showed my vulnerability, instead adrenaline drove, emotional hostility, acted like a military, couldn't kid the kid, but the kid was coming scared, had to find another route cause no one wasn't there, the struggles that I bared were the problems of a man, nobody to teach, so devised the charges plan, I made it on my own, family around, always home, father didn't stand responsible to hold me as his own, bullied at the home, unrolled by racists, built a big bravado as the confidence was at, they say Britain multicultural incongruence is that, they may have different cultures, did they accept the differences? Until I started school I didn't even know what difference is, until somebody pointed saying that boy is a black, left standing thinking is it cause I'm that, and will it change the difference in the way others react?